lovelies, welcome back to Oni's Food Hill. I'm super excited to have you back in another cooking show. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel if this is your first time stopping by. Thank you guys. Today I'm gonna be showing you how to make moussaka with eggplants and potatoes. Moussaka is Greek traditional eggplant casserole made with fried eggplants, potatoes, lamb, or beef sauce, and it is usually topped with delicious creamy bechamel sauce. If you want to see how I made this, please stay tuned. Start by removing the stalks from your eggplants and cut them into about 1.5 inches thick slices. Arrange all the eggplant slices in a tray and season with a generous amount of salt. Leave to sit for 30 minutes. The salt will help to draw out the bitter liquid to the surface. If you are using potatoes in this moussaka recipe, simply peel and slice them in the same pattern as the eggplants and set aside. Once the water has been drawn to the surface, place the slices in a colander and rinse out excess sauce and the bitter water. When you are done, pat them dry with paper towels. Heat some oil in a pan, fry the slices until golden brown. If you don't like this frying method, simply drizzle the eggplant slices with oil and bake in the oven for 20 minutes. When you're done frying or baking your eggplants, drain them on a paper towel to reduce excess oil. Season your potatoes with salt and fry in the same oil, or you can bake them until golden brown just the way you did with the eggplants. Once you're done frying all the potatoes and the eggplants, set them aside and proceed to make the meat sauce. To make the meat sauce, heat a large pan on medium heat. Add 3 tablespoons of olive oil to it and allow to heat up. Add 1½ cup of finely chopped onions and saute for 3 minutes until softened. Go in with 1 kilo of ground beef or lamb. I'm using lamb minced in my own case. Try breaking up the larger chunks of the meat with a spatula and keep stirring until it is no longer pink. Add 3 minced garlic cloves and stir until the garlic is fragrant. Go in with 2 tablespoons of tomato paste and stir that to mix together. Then pour in ½ cup of red wine to deglaze the pan and wait for most of it to evaporate. Once the wine has evaporated, add in the remaining ingredients such as 2 teaspoons of beef bouillon seasoning, 2 teaspoons of oregano, ½ teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, ½ teaspoon of red chili, ½ teaspoon of salt, 400 grams of chopped tomatoes, and lastly 2 bay leaves. Stir everything to combine and finally add 1 cup of water to help cook the meat until done. Cover and bring the content to a gentle simmer for 20 minutes. Once some of the liquid has dried up from the meat and the sauce has become thickened, remove the pan from the stove, cover and set aside. It's time to make the bechamel sauce. Place a medium-sized saucepan over low heat. Add 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter and let it melt. Add 5 tablespoons of flour to it and whisk continuously until a thick paste is formed. Gently whisk in 3½ cups of warm milk and keep stirring to dissolve every lump in the sauce. Season it with 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of beef bouillon powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Stir these two combine and continue cooking on low flame until it turns out creamy and thick, just like this one. Once you have noticed a thick consistency just like this, remove the sauce from it and stir in half cup of cheese. Any melting cheese will do. Stir that to mix well. Leave the sauce to cool slightly and then stir in 2 egg yolks. The eggs will thicken the sauce and give a more distinctive creamy layer over the eggplants. It's time to assemble the moussaka. You will need a large baking dish for this, approximately 3 inches deep dish. Grease the dish with a little butter and layer the fried potatoes at the bottom. If the potatoes are not enough, you can add half of the eggplants too. If the potatoes are not enough, you can add half of the eggplants too. Follow with all of the meat sauce and spread it out evenly to cover the pan. Cover the meat with the eggplant slices and then top it up with all the bechamel sauce and level out the surface. Once you're done leveling out everything, you can finally sprinkle the top with the remaining cheese. I'm using a combination of mozzarella and Parmesan cheese. Just make sure everything is nicely covered. And now you're done with everything, so you can go ahead and bake this in a preheated oven at 350 degrees for about 40 to 50 minutes or until the crust turns out light golden brown. Cool the moussaka for about 30 minutes before slicing into it. Now that it has cooled down, it's time to slice into this. This is my favorite part. This looks really inviting. I can't wait to dig into it. You can serve your moussaka with any of your favorite refreshing Greek salad. It's a rich comfort food and I'm sure you will love to try this out. This was how to make moussaka at home. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends and loved ones. Until next time guys, I love to see you soon. Bye!